Good morning. Today we are going to see electrical conductivity of metals. In the electrical conductivity of metals, we know that conductors are material in which a very large number of free electrons are available for electrical conduction. The mobility of the electron in the metal requires it its localized electrons and vacant orbitals. The delocalization of the electrons is in the molecular orbitals, which are spread up in the three dimension over all the atoms in the crystal. The free valence electrons move through these molecular orbitals. The electrical conductivity of a filled band is zero because in such a band the number of electrons moving in one direction must always be equal to the number of holes moving in the opposite directions. The moving of a large number of electrons in a particular direction is the net electric current. This occurs when a potential difference is applied to the metal. Thus, according to the band theory of metal, the electrical conductivity of a metal depends upon the presence of the following types of energy bands within their crystal structure. First, the field energy band overlaps with the vacant energy band. Second, the field energy band overlaps with incompletely filled energy band. Third, incompletely filled bands. Fourth, the energy gap between the filled band and vacant band should be so small that the electrons from the filled energy band can be very easily promoted at ordinary temperature to a vacant energy band. The filled band is usually called as valence band and the vacant or empty band is called as the conduction band. Electrical conductivity of univalent metals. The examples of univalent metal are lithium, sodium, potassium, silver, gold, etc. These metals possesses a single electron in their valence shell, that is ns1 configuration. Univalent metals are generally very good conductors of electricity, which is due to the presence of a large number of vacant states in the energy bands. The valence electron configuration of sodium is 3s1. This forms 3s band which partially overlaps with the empty 3p band. This overlap of the band provides much greater number of levels for the free movement of the electrons. In sodium crystal, n sodium atoms possesses n valence electrons. in 3s bands. There is n level in 3s band. Each level can accommodate two electrons with opposite spin. Thus, electrons will be filled in only n by 2 levels, that is, only half of the 3s band is filled by the electrons and the other half remains vacant. Moreover, half-filled 3s band overlaps with the vacant 3p band. As a result, electrons can move from filled energy level to the empty energy level, giving rise to conductivity. This is shown in the figure. Now we are going to see electrical conductivity of divalent metals. The examples of divalent metals are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, and barium, etc. These metals possesses two valence electrons, that is ns2 configuration. For example, consider the magnesium metal having 3s2 configuration. The magnesium metal atom having 2n valence electrons. There are n levels in 3s and each level contains 2 electrons. Then all levels of 3s band are completely filled and we accept magnesium as a non-conductor. But filled 3s band partially overlaps with empty 3p band. As a result, electrons can move from filled energy band or level to empty energy band or level, giving rise to conductivity. This, which is shown in the typical Ne curve for divalent metals. See, it is the curve for a divalent metal atoms. Then we are going to see the conductivity, electrical conductivity for trivalent metals. The most common example of trivalent metal is aluminum. Its configuration is 3s2 3p1. The 3p orbital is incompletely filled. The aluminum metal contains filled 3s energy band and incompletely filled 3p band. There is a partial overlap of 3p band with 3s band. As a result, electrons can move from filled energy levels to the empty energy levels, giving rise to conductivity. This is shown in figure. It is a typical curve for a trivalent metal. Now we are going to see relationship between the number of valence electrons and the electrical conductivity of metals. There is no direct relation between the electrical conductivity of a metal and the number of valence electrons they contain. This can be illustrated with the example of alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, and trivalent aluminum metals. The alkali metal possesses a single valence electron density, the lower number of valence electrons, but they have higher electrical conductivity. Similarly, copper and gold having single valence electron possesses the highest conductivity. Here, the number of valence electrons and the conductivity, there is relationship. But when we see the total number of electrons and the conductivity, the relationship will be not measured, or there is no direct relationship for the all or the total number of electrons. The highest conductivity is due to the presence of large number of empty states in the 3s and 3p bands in the alkali metals. Thus, the electrical conductivity decreases from alkali metals to the alkaline earth metals to the trivalent aluminum metals. This is because as the number of valence electrons increases, the availability of empty states will be decreases, and thus there is decrease in the electrical conductivity occurs. Here we can have the conclusion that as there is the number of valence electrons are less, conductivity is more, and more number of valence electrons, conductivity is less. That is, there is the less empty space where there are the more valence electrons. Okay, thank you.